Hey guys, so I'm in Las Vegas, and when you're in Vegas, there's this place called the Punk Rock Museum, and I'm kind of a punk rock kid myself. So let's go inside and let's look around and let's see what the Punk Rock Museum in Vegas has to offer for us. Here we go. Okay, we paid to get in. It was $40 to get in. There's some GBH. They got a lot of photos. There's the Against Me, Minor Threat, X-Ray Specs, LA's Wasted Youth. Yeah, so it's just a museum. I'm gonna walk around, and I'm not here entirely to just make a video. So I'm gonna look at stuff. If I see stuff, oh, there's Darby Crash from the Germs. The drummer from the Germs was a Phoenix guy, because you know I'm from Phoenix. There's the Blink-182 boys. Here's the Rancid guy. So I think the singer of Rancid gave me a yo-yo trick in one of my yo-yo trick videos for when I was at the NAMM show. That's a yo-yo trick.
Come on, man.
Where the USB guitars booted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lars, he did a yo-yo trick for me. There's a lot to look at in here. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys a couple of the guitars, because I am a guitar channel. I have a guitar shop. Here's a Fender Lead 1. I've had one or two of these. The Lead 1, I think, is just the 2 pickups. And the Lead 3 would have 3 single coils. And I think you could also get this with the humbucker. But yeah, there's an old Fender Lead 1. And then we also have a bass guitar. It looks like the, let me see what this says. Oh, the Ramones. There's a lot to look at. So here's the Cramps display. There's some Misfit stuff in here. But we also are looking at a Gibson Les Paul Special double cut. Big old dog ear P90 in that thing, wrapped around tailpiece. And then we got a lot of Misfit stuff right here. And it looks like some sort of a bass guitar that's been broken. Broken really good. All right, a lot of Clash stuff over on this side, a lot of the Damned over on this side. But right down here, this is kind of fun and interesting. Joe Strummer's Last Bag of Weed. Wow. Okay, so there's some more Sex Pistols stuff in this display case right here. And there's some Devo stuff where some people don't really consider them punk rock, but they were different, so they ended up in the museum. Agent Orange stuff is right here, Agent Orange skateboard. And I was fortunate enough to I was able to open up for Agent Orange in, I'm gonna say the year was 2006, or Yeah, 2007. I opened up for Agent Orange at a little bar down in Phoenix. It was a lot of fun. But Agent Orange actually, it wasn't really a hit, but they had a popular song with that Jefferson Airplane, Somebody to Love, you know, don't you want somebody to love? They had a cool version of that. Pipeline was a pretty good one, but here's the set list. Agent Orange at the Galaxy, September 4th, 1982. Okay, here's a fun little display that shows some 8-tracks. There's some Devo 8-tracks right there. There's the old Panasonic 8-track player. And so they got a little collection of Clash and the Sex Pistols and the Dead Boys. Richard Hell. Live at CBGB's on 8-track. Yeah, kind of a cool little 8-track display right there. And then they got some old VHS stuff down here. People would, the Damn Diggy Pop. People can donate. I'm pretty sure you can donate if you have an item that is kind of old, cool stuff like this. Over here we've got a little Suicidal Tendencies case full of stuff. Institutionalized video. That's a cool bass. There's some value in that one right there. It'd be fun to see that thing drop into my shop someday and people be like, hey dude, you want to buy this bass? It happens once in a while, but yeah. Suicidal Tendencies, great LA band. I guess Sun Valley, California. And that, I remember the Institutionalized, the song. It was in the Repo Man soundtrack. And so, yeah, this is fun stuff right here. It's really fun stuff. And I'm pretty sure Suicidal Tendencies still does a lot of touring and stuff. They're still out and about. Got some drum set stuff in here. TSOL, their orange amp. The True Sound of Liberty. TSOL. Couple of cool old drum kits. An Ibanez, a Washburn, a Fender, some cool old bass guitars back there. Circle Jerks drum kit. A lot of fun stuff. I could look around in here for hours. What do you think? Yeah, I could be in here for hours too, bro. As a matter of fact, I'm in here all day long. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Oh, we got a Gibson Pro. Les Paul Pro. Tons of stickers. It's fun how the punk rock genre put stickers on everything. And that still happens. I get guitars at my store traded in and I pull stickers off. I've pulled hundreds of stickers off of guitars. Cadillac Tramps. And then again some old VHS tapes, Black Flag stuff. Alright, so here I am on the red couch and the red chair. Now these items belong to Mike Ness. Social D, and he had these in his house, and he would sit and he would write songs sitting right here on this couch. And Story of My Life, Ball and Chain, some of those great songs written on this furniture right here. It's pretty comfy. I like it. I feel right at home in Mike's house. Thanks for having me, Mike. So here's Social Distortion's display. And there's a Mike Ness scratch right there. '90 self-titled album. So I'm pretty sure the song Ball and Chain, Take Away This Ball and Chain, was written, definitely performed, but possibly written on this guitar right here. It's got the old Bigsby on there. It's got the nice black and blue flame with the F-holes, clear pickguard on it. On loan from the Social Distortion archives. And then we also have his Gibson SG. Oh, this was Johnny's. A lot of miles on this guitar. This is the real deal when you see stuff like this. Social Distortion. They're just a very popular band. This logo's been seen everywhere around the world a million times. Gibson Les Paul Deluxe. Gibson Les Paul Deluxe gold top with the P90s. Mike Ness, 1976, Gibson Les Paul Gold Top Deluxe. I bet that thing still plays great. They probably play better now than they were when they were new. Okay, so like every great punk rock bar around the world is covered in stickers. This is the museum in Vegas, and it too has its fair share of stickers. And imagine that these are up and coming locals, and you know, guys that come in here, they bring their stickers. Gay CDC. I think I've heard of them, believe it or not. But no, I remember the days of there's a punk bar in Vegas called the Double Down, and I remember 20 years ago putting stickers from my band in there and putting stickers around. That was the one way that we felt like we could get a little notoriety, and that's basically just going around and putting our stickers on everything. And it still happens in a lot of bars and nightclubs around town. You'll see bathrooms full of stickers. I'll have to go upstairs. Yeah. Kind of cool, kind of fun. It doesn't look old, but they're gonna get there. It's gonna get there. I mean, if you've ever been to the Viper Room on Sunset in Hollywood and look at that bathroom, you're gonna be like, oh my God. It's hard to even go in there. It's so crusty. You know, also, the community, the punk rock community, they were really into their black leather jackets. And it's the same as the heavy metal crowd from the 80s and stuff. We were all super into our leather jackets. Even the hair metal bands, they all loved their leather jackets. You got a leather jacket, Sharon?
Of course.
All right. Okay, so this is very interesting right here. Kurt Cobain sitting on a couch. Very similar to this. Kurt's couch. Okay. These are some more of the modern bands, you know, Against Me, Alkaline Trio, Authority Zero, they're Phoenix guys. But this was their rock against George Bush. They were unhappy. The punk rock guys are always, you know, they're kind of anti-war, that's for sure. And anti-government all at the same time. Freedom is what they fight for. But I'm calling all these guys more of the modern stuff. None of these guys are 1978 punk rock. You know, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, Strung Out, Pennywise. There's a cool Charvel. Jake's Charvel from Strung Out. Of course, it's covered in stickers. NoFX was huge. Offspring was part of it. There's the Red Ants bass. Epitaph Records was huge at the time, 30 years ago. $6 to get in. Offspring, Down by Law, Pennywise and Rancid, NoFX, with special guest to Bad Religion. Joe's Fender bass from the Vandals. It's cool stuff. This is a great spot. I'm just having a great time checking out a Pennywise bass. It looks like it's had better days. Rickenbacker. Warped Tour lineup. Warped Tours were really cool. ...2004 Vans Warped Tour. A Vans 7-fold. So you get the biggest band is already up at the top. Saturday the 24th, July 14th, Sunday. No use for a name, Good Charlotte, Lagwagon, No Facts, Boss Tones, Alkaline, Casualties. So we're up here looking at guitars from musicians. Pete from Sick of It All, here's his LTD. The Viper 400, those are good guitars. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff up here. I love looking at the guitars. Here's a 70s P bass. The Descendants, Carl from the Descendants. Now, what's really cool, oh, there's a guitar from the guys in the Dead Boys right there. An old Hagstrom. Tim Armstrong's Hagstrom. Okay, check this out. I'm actually going to play Tim Armstrong's old Hagstrom guitar. Here we go. This is crazy because this is Pat Smear's original Hagstrom from a long time ago now. I hear rumors Hagstrom went out of business for a while and now they're making them in Korea or Indonesia or someplace. But here we go, Pat Smear's guitar, okay? How much fun is that? Pat Smear's guitar from the Germs. You guys all know because he's in the Foo Fighters now. You guys probably all know him from the Foo Fighters, but this was his old guitar from back in the day. Pretty sure his drummer, the drummer of the Germs, was a Phoenix guy, wasn't he? We don't know. Okay, I can't play the riff, it's obvious. But, yeah, how about that? And again, Pat Smear, thank you so much for everything you've done for the music community. And I actually really love this guitar. Great guitar. There you go, from the Germs, Pat Smear. Okay, so I just left there. It was a lot of fun. I got to play Pat Smear's guitar. I was trying to do that Lexicon Devil riff. I can't play that song, but I highly recommend it when you're in Vegas. It's a good thing to do during the day because a lot of us, you know, you have all the events at night, but this is a fun one for during the day. Today is a Saturday and it's August, it's hot out, but I'm gonna say there were probably only about maybe 50 people in there, and they have a bar, they sell t-shirts, they sell records. There's tons of guitars to look at. It's 2 levels of stuff to look at, and it was a lot of fun. So there it is, guys. Check it out if you're up here in the neighborhood and looking for something to do.